Hi guys, so this is going to be a really big requested video, and that has pretty much been like my most highly requested video since I post pictures of my collection on Instagram a lot, and when I get new ones, everyone keeps telling me to do a collection video or to show my whole collection, so I figured why not do it now. This is, if you can't already tell, my Funko Pop Collection. This is just a little bit of it. There is more that way over there, but I figured I would start off over here. So I don't really know how many I have. I haven't counted in a while, but I have two different setups for them. The one right in front of you, right over here, are all of my Star Wars ones, and then up here are just like two other ones that won't fit on the other shelf. Because I am getting a new shelf, so I'm going to be like reorganizing them a little bit, and I figured because they all fit where they are now, I'd film a video now of it. But yeah, so if you guys want to see my Funko Pop collection, keep on watching. So up top here, I have two pop figures and then a Funko plush figure, and then the Funko like reanimation figures, but whatever. Those are the only two I have of those. They're just Firefly. So up here I have Baymax, and the only reason why Baymax is still in the box, if you guys can't tell, my other figures aren't in the box. I know, gonna get completely lectured about that. I just like the way that they don't look in the box, if that makes any sense. The only reason why Baymax is still in the box is because when we took him out, he's very top heavy, and he literally just falls over. So Baymax is still in the box. Then over here, we have Sadness, who is my doppelganger. And then I just have black and white Daryl from Walmart. He didn't really fit in with the other ones, so I just gotta put him there. And then right over here are all of my Star Wars ones. I don't know why, but I like all my Star Wars ones kind of aligned up over here, even though I'm now running out of room. But yeah, so I have Darth Vader, who is apparently blending into the shelf, a Stormtrooper, Jabba, who ironically doesn't have a stand like the other ones, but he's still cute, Boba Fett, and one of the Cantina players from the Cantina. I wanted to get a whole like little set of these so it can look like all of them, but I just got the one. Then I have Luke, the fighter pilot Luke, just regular Princess Leia. My favorite part of my collection, I just got him recently, but I spent literally 3 years looking for him, and that is just regular Han Solo, Chewbacca, R2-D2, and the GameStop Hoth Han Solo. So that is my Star Wars ones, which are probably one of my favorites. And actually, Leia was one of my first pops. So kind of why the Star Wars ones are over here. So now I'm going to take you guys to where the other ones are. Okay, so this is my Funko Pop shelf, where all of them, besides my Star Wars ones, live. And you guys have seen this in the back of some other videos, and this is the current shelf that everything is on. All these little dudes are on spice racks that I got from Walmart, and I spray painted most of them black. When I get my new shelf, I'm probably going to spray paint the ones that are still brown to be black, just so it looks better. But you can get a good amount on each one of these, and they kind of make it so they're lifted up like stairs, so you can see them better, and I like that. They're kind of organized a little bit, but you'll see that when I get into it. So the top one is just, I like to call it Eric's shelf, because all these we got for him. And we have two Stay Puft Marshmallow Mans, which Eric's like completely in love with. We have the regular Stay Puft right here, who's smiling and being all cute. And then we have Burnt Stay Puft, which I think was a Hot Topic exclusive. I can't really remember. But he looks angry, and he's burnt, and he's just mad. And then we have the Ghostbusters car, which I know has a name to it, but I don't really know that. But the Ghostbusters car with Winston inside. We need the other Ghostbusters and Slimer still, but this is probably the shelf they're all going to be on. So, yeah. Then we come down here. I might have to put on the light if it gets dark, but we come down here, and this is kind of the DC Comics area and some Joss Whedon. But all over here is, like, the Batman ones. We have all 3 of my Harley Quinns, which I have the roller derby Harley, Arkham Harley, and classic Harley with the gun. I don't have Harley with the mallet. I wish I had Harley with the mallet. Then we have Arkham Joker, the Joker from the TV show, and then just regular old Batman. Behind them, we have Nightwing, the classic Catwoman, and then we have Batgirl. And you come over here, and we have all the Arrow and the Flash ones. So you have 2 Deathstrokes, unmasked and masked, Oliver Queen, not hooded Arrow, and Canary. Behind them, we just have the Flash, Reverse Flash, and the Flash from the TV show, which is awesome. And then behind there, we have my 3 Firefly Pops. Kaylee, Mal, and Jane. And you guys can see it's basically kind of organized. Then down here, it's a little bit darker, but you can see the racks not being painted. These kind of have an organization to them on this shelf. This is basically like my Marvel and Walking Dead shelf with some other ones up front. But you guys can see I have in the back there the Hulk, Agent Coulson, Groot, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Loki with the helmet. Then I have Thor, Odin, another Loki, and then you kind of go into the Walking Dead with Glenn, Maggie, Michonne, Rick, the Governor, Herschel, Carol, Glenn, and Merle. And then you come up front, and it's just kind of like random. We have Jay hanging out there, the 10th Doctor with his 3D glasses, Groot, and Bob just kind of hanging. And then down here, which is slightly darker because it's the bottom shelf, is flooded with the most amount of pops. Because it's a ladder shelf, this one actually fits the most amount of pops in here. So let me see if I can get the light on to get some better viewing in here. There we go, that's better. Okay, so in the back, it's kind of like the creature area, I guess, or cartoon characters. We have all of Eric's Ninja Turtles. Then we have the Heat Miser. We're missing Snow Miser. We have the little sock guy from Little Big Planet, Ariel, and Sadness. Then next to them, we have the Supernatural Pops, the original ones of just Sam, Dean, and Cass. Then you come over here in the back, and we have 2 Goonies. I believe it's Mouth and Mikey. Or Data. I forget which one. I think it's Data and Mouth. I can't tell from back here. I know we have 2 Goonies. Then we have the 2 Pulp Fiction. We have Mia, and then Quentin Tarantino's character from Pulp Fiction. And then we have my Buffy Pops, and my lone Alcide from True Blood Pop. So we have Alcide, regular Willow from Buffy, Oz, and then we have Angel, Buffy, and Witchy Willow. And the front one, which is probably my favorite, is all of our, like, horror characters and creatures. We have Gizmo, Alien, Captain Spaulding, Ash, Leatherface, Jason, and Freddy. So I can fit quite a lot on these shelves. And I still have a little bit of room to grow, but I want to get another shelf just because I have some space, but if I get a couple more, it's going to be really crowded. So that is my pop collection, and if you guys can see the little, I'll move Deathstroke so you guys can see the shelves that they are on. It works really well for them, so I like that. And that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video because you guys were asking for it. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.